He was fantastic. That's pitching at its finest. He had his second career 10 punch-out game, grinded through a couple of tough innings early, threw about 50 pitches in those 2 innings, and then settled in and got us through the 6th. We're seeing this. If these guys can get us through the 6th or the 7th, it makes it a little bit easier. So for him to do what he did and grind through the tough part of the game and then settle in and get some huge outs at the end with a high pitch count was unbelievable. I mean, just an unbelievable performance by him tonight against a great lineup.
Tim in the front.
This new version of Matz, who is trusted to start an inning at 100 pitches, trusted to face Blackman there, how much of a change is that from a year ago?
Yeah, I mean,
or even 2 months ago.
It's a huge change, and he deserves it. You even see him out there with more confidence. He's throwing a lot harder even because he's confident in himself. And he knows he can throw a strike when he needs to throw a strike, and he knows he can execute a pitch when he needs to. So we have a ton of trust in him. He's deserved that, and it really showed up tonight and got us a big win.
Kevin?
Mickey, did you get a good view from wherever you were of Alonso's home run, and what did you think about his hustle and everything else?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I think somebody might have mentioned, and that might have been the 3rd highest homer of all time on StatCast or something crazy. You guys might want to look that up. But I mean, it was up there forever. And Pete Alonso is going to run everything out as hard as he possibly can. I'm glad that they called it a homer because he would have been out because he hustled so much. But he plays the game with passion. He plays the game the right way, and that's what you want to see. I think that at this stage in his career, go all out like he's doing. There'll be a time in his career where he can kind of tone it down a tad to stay healthy and things like that. But right now, it's so fun to watch, and he's getting everybody to buy into Pete Alonso and who he is, and he's one of our leaders. I mean, for a rookie to kind of take on that leadership role like he's doing and performing like an all-star is unbelievable, and it's because he does everything the right way at all times.
Ed on the left.
Mickey, were you happy to see Matz establish a curveball early and then stay with it a lot tonight?
Yeah. That's going to be a key for him. It's a key for all of our guys. DeGrom's going to need to do it. Syndergaard needs to do it. These guys have good velo, and when you throw a lot of your pitches hard, you have to have that slower pitch to slow them down. Now, Matzy does have a little bit of a slower changeup with some separation, which also helps him. But curveballs are hard to hit. Historically, they're hard to hit. They're still hard to hit today. And if you can get that thing going, especially with the special fastballs that we have on this team, and be able to attack front and back, you're gonna have more success. So it's going to be a key for him and for everybody else.
Tony in the front.
Speaking of curveballs, I guess, what does it do for your bullpen to have just the flexibility and the options that Lugo gives you in those middle to late innings?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. When you use him, you have to understand that you might not be able to use him tomorrow. So if you try to get an inning in a third, or you try to get 2 innings out of him when you can, if it's kind of a close game, he's gonna save the game for you in those innings, and he did tonight. So he's fantastic. He made great pitches tonight. His curveball was unbelievable, the best I've seen it in a while. And, he's running it up there as high as 97. So he's so valuable in that role. You can use him for multiple innings. The one thing we have to keep in mind is he's not going to be available tomorrow, and then we'll check on him on Monday.
Is that something you've become more cognizant of this season, that maybe he's more valuable in that, let him go for one night and then knowing that you won't have him the next day?
Yeah. I mean, I think that when you're trying to win a game, you understand what the situation is. And he's so good at what he does, you accept that. It'd be hard to do with multiple guys, having to treat multiple guys that way. But, he's valuable with what he does. And tonight he wins us a game. We'll get him, at least one day off, and then see if he's available again to help us out the next night.
Gary on the right.
Was there any hesitation in going to Stephen for the 6th, given his injury history? And do nights like tonight, kind of follow up on Tim's question, make your big three more of a big four in your mind?
Yeah. He's been a big part of a big four. There's no doubt in our mind, and I think he can keep the big four intact because he has that kind of talent level. And absolutely, when you're looking at pitch counts, I think the thing that we will do is understand the next time he pitches that he threw 120 pitches this game. We recognized it with Noah when he went out to 116, and then we kind of knew going in the game that his pitch count was going to be a little bit less. We recognized it with Wheeler when he went out 116, and then we're going to understand that Vargas might need that in his next outing. So when you're pushing your starters, you have to always understand what their pitch count was the time before, and maybe lessen it the next time and keep them rolling and understand, do they have extra days, and are they pitching on regular rest for the next 3 turns? There's tons of things to keep in mind, but at times you have to push them, especially when they're going good, and then you can adjust the next outing and back them off a little bit to keep them healthy.
Howie in the front.
Given how much Gomez had struggled offensively, I guess how good was it for you to see him have a night like that tonight?
Oh yeah, it's great. He brings energy. He puts a good swing on the baseball, and it's not going to be just trying to poke it the other way. He's gonna try to throw his back out when he swings. So it's fun. He's dangerous when he's in there. He has fun, and tonight. He got him. He had a great game. He had a couple days off, which probably helps him, and we have to always be cognizant of that. And I think if we keep him fresh, he's going to be a valuable member for sure.
Rich.
You talked a lot about Gomez, and this is kind of talking about him too. His infectious spirit that he brings to the team. I mean, when you see that on the bench, how does that manifest itself? We know how it does when he rounds the bases, but in the dugout, how does that infectious spirit manifest?
It's the same. It's the same way. You watch him run the bases. It translates the same way in the dugout. Dom is the same way in the dugout. J.D. Davis is the same in the dugout. Alonso's going nuts in there. These guys have fun playing the game, and they're they've shown us time and time again they're never going to give up, and it's a fun atmosphere in there. We have some good guys with a lot of energy that are out there trying to win every night. So it makes it fun, that's for sure.
Dan in the front.
Did you end up having Cano available tonight?
No, we didn't. We are going to assess where he's at in the morning and kind of go from there. Day game, we'll see what we're able to do once he comes in and see where he's at. But we weren't going to have him available. We kind of made that decision right before game time.
And if he's not available tomorrow, is that the kind of thing that you would lean toward an IL stint?
I think it's something we have to consider.